to begin with. Right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the document with you of kind of like the results from the questionnaire that I got you guys to fill out. And that's just so you guys can really see the input that we had, how that has kind of formed and developed the new 30-day group, and really what we can transfer over to you guys to help develop you now and anything that you might need to kind of move forward. So give me a minute. Here we go. So this is a summary of our responses. A lot of it is quite in depth. But what I wanted to just touch on in terms of like the first few questions for you guys that did kind of get around to filling this out was that a few people said that there were a lot of things said about they wanted more help and they didn't feel like they had enough help, or they didn't feel that they could ask questions in the chats or whatever. I just wanted to kind of express to you guys that if you want one-on-one calls with your coaches or the person above you, you just need to drop them a message. It's not really down to kind of your coach to be chasing you. I don't know when, I don't know, say Camilla, you're sat there thinking, oh, I really need a call with Lily about a morning routine. I just can't get into one. I have no idea that you need that call. I have no idea that that's even going on in your mind. So I need you guys to kind of get in contact with your coaches a little bit more, and don't be afraid to do so. Yeah, we might have kind of a lot of messages and it might take a couple of hours or maybe a day to respond to you guys, but if we don't know that you need help, we can't help. So that's kind of what I wanted to touch on first of all. I don't want any of you to feel like you're not being supported or you haven't got everything that you need to get up and running. But if you do need a helping hand, you do just need to kind of reach out and just say, look, I'm struggling, or can you help me with this, or how can I improve with this, that and the other. Okay. So if you do need anything, just give me a shout, Adam a shout, Rich, anyone that's kind of your upline that you're comfortable with, or even if they're not your upline but you do feel you can benefit from speaking to them. I think, is that you, Camilla, typing very loud? I've just muted you. Yeah, so even if someone's not particularly your upline and you just feel like you need to have a chat with them, absolutely just pop them a message. In terms of one-on-one, as you can see at this top result here, a one-on-one video call for my first ads, which again is a great idea. But if we believe that you're following the training, you completely understand. We don't know that you need that support. So again, if you feel like you need that extra support, or you've got some feedback from some other people, and you just need to go through a few things, again, just all the help is here. We're here to help you. Just reach out to us, because we don't know when you're in need. We need you to tell us. So there's always someone here. If there's not someone in the UK to get on a call with, if you've got a crazy schedule, you work nights or whatever, just see if one of the US guys is free. So you can jump on a call with Mike or Laurie or just anyone really. There's always someone awake within Project Q1, I can guarantee. And then a few of our other responses were kind of like the most helpful things and having support. A few of the other things that kind of come up were support with ads. So in terms of targeting. So when I first joined Project Q1, I had my coaching call with Ryan, and I remember my very first question to Ryan was, he said at the end, have you got any questions? And I was like, yes. And he was like, go on then. And I remember sitting there and I said to him, I was like, why would anybody listen to me? Like, when I'm marketing, why would anyone listen to me? Why would anyone follow me? Why would anyone join because of me? And he was just like, they'll join because you're an individual. You've got a story that you're going to tell people, and people will relate to you regardless. But what he also said was, when I said, who am I possibly going to send these adverts to? Like, I have no idea. And he was like, that is the joy of having such a big community, because everybody has different likes, everybody has different backgrounds, everyone's got different stories and different careers. And like Adam might target someone completely different to who I would. I remember when me and Adam first started, and I was targeting like sales and retail kind of based people, and Adam was targeting gardeners at one point. Like, this is why you need kind of so many minds to come together, and this is how we grow a team that's so big. So in terms of targeting, we can't always help you with targeting. It's down to you as an individual. What are your likes? What do you want to kind of look for? Who do you want to help? What kind of people? Like for me, I didn't hate retail, but I didn't like it. And I know that everyone in retail wants to get out of retail. But for Adam working in a bank, he doesn't know that everyone wants to get out of retail. He knows that everyone wants to get out of a bank. So you guys, you target who you relate to. So in terms of targeting, we can offer advice in terms of, obviously, the most popular ones are travel, marketing, entrepreneurship, and then try and kind of break it down a little bit more from there. But in terms of like your actual targeting, it's all about you, really.
Yeah, I would say, Lily, as well, like, I sometimes did a bit of research as well, like, I don't know, just a quick Google search, like 10 most unhappiest jobs in the UK or something like that. Literally anything. Because sometimes I have a mind blank and think, when I'm sat writing an ad thinking, who am I going to target? Let me try and target someone different. I can probably think of maybe 5 or 10 job titles or interests, and then my mind goes blank. So yeah, just a quick Google search, just something like that. Top 10 most unhappiest professions in the UK. Or if you see a nice picture that you want to use, try and match it to that picture. I mean, I found a picture once of a stressed chef. So I targeted chefs, and that didn't do too bad. It was like, brought a couple of leads in, all decent price. So yeah, targeting, there's so many things to target. So yeah, just have a look through Google and see what you can come up with.
Cheers, mate. Also, kind of on the list of things that people would have wanted and would still want were things like benefits of the product. So we've delivered that mastermind to you now. Sharice and Danielle kind of took the lead on that one. The product that breakdown was kind of in with that, as well as in Adam's kind of commission breakdown. But if you guys need more information on that, there's tons of stuff online. You don't have to wait for us to kind of decide to do a mastermind on it. Have a look, go onto YouTube. That's the only way that I've kind of gained a better understanding of the commission structure. I've watched hours and hours of the commission structure videos on YouTube just so I can finally understand it. So just don't wait around for us as well. Like, yeah, if you've got some ideas for masterminds, as I always say, drop me a message, because there's only so much me, Adam, Rich and Josh can come up with. And we do need your guys' input. But also don't just wait around for it. Like, if you need some information there and then, just try and find it. And if you can't, pop it in the groups and ask everyone else. I'm just going to mute someone. Ask everyone if they've kind of found any information on it. There we go. We'll just move Cairo up. Otherwise, I just wanted to show you guys a few of these bar chart, what are they? Pie chart?
Pie charts.
Pie charts. I was going to call it, I called it a bar chart, and I was going to call it a pie graph. Anyway, so this question here was, do you feel that an accountability partner would have been or would currently be helpful for you? And as you can see, there's like just over 90% of people said that an accountability partner would benefit them. So obviously the ones of you that filled this out, firstly, did any of you look for an accountability partner? I can pretty much guarantee no one did. You all said you want one, but nobody found one. So firstly, I just wanted to kind of touch on the accountability partner in terms of, I spoke to some of the guys on the 30-day fast track call about it last night, and accountability partners work. They really do. It's somebody that's going to be there to help keep you on track for your goals and really give you a kick up the bum. But the only way they work is if you are completely honest with yourself and with your accountability partner. If you just ignore their messages, if they are asking if you've done your morning routine and you just say yes, but you never really, it's never really going to work. You have to be completely honest with them and just cut all the BS and get straight to the facts, because otherwise the only person you're lying to is yourself, and you're never going to improve. So if there's anybody on this call now that wants an accountability partner and hasn't got one, here we go. Look, we've got Camila raising a hand. I'm going to jump out of a screen share just so you can raise your hands. Raise your hands and team up. Because you guys drop each other messages privately if you don't want to do it here, and just really kind of hold each other accountable for your actions and your progress and your goals. Because there's only, like, Adam has got, I think, 24 active members below him, and probably like 27 or so otherwise. There's no way Adam can possibly keep on track of every single one of you guys, and then also contact his leads back, also kind of deal with everyone's sign-ups and help everyone along the process. It's literally physically impossible. So you guys are going to have to team yourselves up and just kind of keep yourselves on track. We will check in, obviously, as and when we can, but again, it's down to you guys. Message us and say, I'm not getting on so good, or I'm doing really great. Can we have a call to see what my next steps are? And that's it, really. It's completely down to you guys. If you guys want to grow and develop this business, you have to take the action to do it. It's your business at the end of the day. We're one community, but it's your own business and it's your own progress. Let me jump back into a screen share, see what other pie charts I've got. Now I know what they're called. Right then. So we had some other things down at the bottom. Okay, so this was a big one for me. This was, how many masterminds do you feel would or will be most effective when starting your business? So mostly people said 2, which I should have been a little bit more clear. I'm not entirely sure. If you guys can pop me a message or pop it into the group chats afterwards. Are you happy with the global mastermind and one local UK mastermind? Or do you want 2 local masterminds? So you want one this evening, one on a Friday, let's say, just hypothetically, and then the Sunday mastermind as well. Like, how many masterminds do you feel would really help you? Because we've got some people there that said more than 3. We've got some people that said 3, mostly 2. But yeah, kind of, again, it's what's going to benefit most people. If you guys want to just put, like, in the chat, like 1 local or 2 local, which means just these chats today. If you wanted 2 of these a week, just pop it in the chat and I'll have a quick look, see how many people would like. So Joanne's just said 2. Who else have we got? So Mitch, that's the 2 we've already got, the global and tonight's one, yeah? You're happy with those? One local from Ben, one local, oh yeah, Ben and Bailey. I thought it was Ben and Ben twice then. Okay, someone else says 2. So you guys that are putting in 2, I know Joanne, you're in the 30-day group. And who else have we got? Paul, are you in the 30-day group? Yeah?
Yeah,
So
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that if you guys kind of turn up to those 30-day masterminds on a Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock, I think those would really help you guys. I know, Joanne, you did turn up, I think, last week. Tashi wants 2 as well. So it might be that if some people want, if not everybody wants 2, yeah, exactly, Ali, that's literally where I was going. Mini ones, kind of everybody that wants to get together and do your own little mastermind of, like, Q&As and just helping each other develop, see where you've all got during the week with, like, your routines or your goals or any kind of plans and structures that you want to put into place. But again, that's a conversation that we can have kind of via chats, or you guys can create your own little chat and organise masterminds there. Again, it's just because I want everyone to get as much support as they need, and just feel like, I don't know, they're not being left in the dark, really. And this is the last point I really want to touch on the questionnaire front, really. So this was kind of related to the topics that you feel will be most beneficial. I know this question is related to when you got started, and a lot of you have put ads there. At the moment now, what do you guys want more of? Do you want more kind of lifestyle and routine? Do you want more books and fan page content? Do you want more ads and split testing? Or do you want more products? Or do you want something completely different? If you guys can pop it into the chat or drop me messages, and we'll just try and keep like broadening our horizons really for the masterminds, because as I say, you do kind of tend to run out of topics. So it's always great to have some input from you guys to know what you actually want to hear about. Ads and split testing from Alicrum. I'm just going to make a note. But yeah, if you guys can just pop down there, I'll give you a couple of minutes, see what we get come through. Ads, split testing. I'm going to put a ×3. You guys are more than welcome to jump out and talk as well. Routine from Camila. Okay, ads and split testing as well from Mitch. Yeah, so the reason that I just wanted to go through this with you guys is, one, just so that you know that it has been taken into consideration. Obviously, I've looked through all of your kind of answers, and we've tried to, over the past kind of couple of weeks, add in more kind of product masterminds, adding more commission-based masterminds, more ads and split testing. But again, it's just what you want from now on and what you want more of, really. I think Cara's driving, but that does not say split testing. I'm going to take that as split testing. Thank you. Where did Louis go? He's up there, brainstorm of all of that, targeting ads, split testing. Great. So that's absolutely great. Obviously, a lot of you want ads and split testing more. Caro, just be safe, driving and typing. Steve, talking through how to script an ad. Okay, that's a good idea. So the copy more, Steve.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I am here. I'm just eating food, so. Oh,
that's fine. Do you know, I was just looking at the side, and I've only got like 5 faces, so I didn't even realise that you was or wasn't there anyway.
That's all right. Yeah, I am here.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, mate. So it looks like a lot of people want ads, which is incredible. Obviously, the ads are the backbone of our business, and it's what drives and pushes us forward. Not affiliated, possibly a subject for people who how to prepare beforehand. Yeah, so again, Joanne, in terms of that comment you've put there about not being affiliated and how to prepare beforehand, that is all kind of on 30-day group at the moment. So if you haven't caught up with last night's mastermind, make sure to go back and watch that. And there's also the replays on there from week 1 and week 2. Obviously, week 3 will be next week. But yeah, we'll try and kind of, obviously, the 30-day group will be in terms of getting everyone up and running, a lot more around kind of fan page content and routine and the basis of ads. Whereas we're going to try and make this call, I think, a little bit more kind of technical maybe, just to help push you guys in the right direction. Adam, how do you feel about that, mate, making this one a little bit more kind of a technical call, but not quite a tech call?
Yeah, I agree. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do. We can get us heads together, and Joshua's not on tonight, but he is the man for ads as well. So yeah, we'll get something together on that. It's mostly coming up the same thing. So ads, split testing, writing copy, just finding a winning ad for everyone, I think. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, one thing I'd add on that is ad reviews as well. So you could have people that are happy to have an ad review for the night, and they put their ads in, and well, we all can review. I guess we can ask Josh, but we all kind of chip in. And
I do think that's going to be beneficial for everybody because, well, each person here came in through a different ad probably, so each person would get called out and resonated in a different way.
Definitely. But we used to do that before on Rob's calls, didn't we? Technical calls. So yeah, like
I think no one really puts anything forward. I think there was a few people kind of dropping in, but I think if we pre-organised it prior to the night, and a couple of people just dropped in the chat who wanted to do it, and then we organised that prior, and then we were ready to go instead of obviously coming to the thing, and no one's like, no, I don't want to put my ad up or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure people want it done. So
it works well as well because it's like it is literally a live ad that's running. So we can sort of pick the bones out of it, see what age are working well, look at everything.
I think as well, I'd add on that is like I've got a few failed ads as well. So like going through a failed ad and working why it's not done as well as the other one, sort of thing, might be good as well.
Yeah.
We'll have a night of what not to do's. Yeah, that's really great, guys. The only thing that I would say in terms of, again, kind of ad copy and split testing, everything kind of related to ads, is don't just rely on kind of Josh to know it all. The only reason he knows so much is because he does his research, he tests his ads, and he just keeps trying. And yeah, we are going to pass on the information to you. We are here to share everything that we know. But equally, you guys, like, I'm not reading the copywriter's handbook. I know some of you got, I think Camila's definitely got it. So you guys have got information that I don't know about. I've got information that you don't know about. And I want you guys to feel comfortable to come out and to speak about that and tell us what's working and tell us what's not working. Because yeah, we as leaders try and do as much research as we can, and we try and gain as much knowledge. But equally, you guys are doing that as well. So we need to put all of our heads together. It's not a mastermind of 5 people and everyone else listens. It is a mastermind of kind of how many people are on now? 21 people. We're all here to gain value from each other. So yeah.
I'd just add to that as well. If anyone sees anything like across Facebook, ads related videos, just copy it and drop it on the Facebook group page for everyone to see. Like I know sometimes a few people, like everyone's probably seen like Mary Tong in the USA. She did that go live for under $1 leads. And I took quite a lot from that. And yeah, if anyone wants to do a video and post it in the group as a go live, if they picked up something on ads, or if they've just seen any type of video, anything that will help someone else, just drop it on the Facebook group page and everyone can see it then.
Yeah, definitely. Has anybody got any more kind of I don't know, any other areas they want to kind of learn more about, or do you guys feel comfortable coming out and speaking on these masterminds?
Yeah.
Raise a hand who would come out and speak. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adam, Rich ain't got a choice being added. 5
Was that
and
a little
6.
wave, Louis?
Oh, we've got Natasha down there giving us a wave as well. Right then, guys. So I'm going to hold you all to it. It was Steve, Josh, Louis, Tasha, Camila. I've seen someone else. Who did I say? I don't know. I think it was just Adam and Rich that I included myself. But yeah, you guys, just if you've got a topic, I know that Anne Grant has raised his hand. Yeah, so if you guys have got anything that you feel is valuable or anything you want to touch on, even like Camila is very big into kind of her meditation and routine and stuff at the moment, that is beneficial. In the long run, it's going to help your business just as much as ads potentially will. So I want you guys to kind of get in contact with me and let me know when you want to jump out and when you're happy jumping out, because again, there's no point me giving you a topic, because then you might have to go and research on it. I'd rather you guys have an idea and then tell me when you want to jump out. Okay? I'm writing all your names down so I don't forget, just so you're aware. Tashi, go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, I think another good one would be like more info comments as well, because I know like I talk to Josh quite a lot and like bug him quite a lot when I get a comment that I'm not sure how to respond to, like on my page. And then you obviously get the more info, you message them, and then they message you back, and you're like, what do I do now, sort of things. But that's like, I think that would be a good one for a mastermind. Just get like people's ideas out there. And
yeah, you definitely pick that up over time, Steve. I think that's one of the things that you just can't get used to, how to respond to people and pick up. But yeah, I know what you mean. You do get all sorts of different replies, or
like you'd be networking for like a day with someone, then it's like, do you drop the link in now? Do you like wait and like network a bit more and get them talking before you drop it and that sort of stuff?
I usually do it as soon as you can, really. I mean, that's usually my way of doing things. Get onto the webinar, get on your lead sheet, and then get them to watch the webinar. Obviously, that's the next stage. If I've watched the webinar, then you know. But I mean, if they want you to explain it all prior to kind of seeing the webinar, then are they going to make the effort to kind of to get involved? So yeah, you got to get them on the webinar. But I mean, yeah, it is kind of, don't just chuck them a link straight away, obviously. But you can kind of have a conversation with them. I do it quite in very small stages now. So I'm like, hi, how are you doing? How's your day going and stuff like that, and then ask them about why they've come to look for an online business or what's going on in your life. That kind of question that Rob put in or someone else put in. I think what's going on in your life right now that wants you to start an online business. Use that question quite a lot. That's quite good, and that usually gets a good response. You usually get kind of a reason for I'm working lots of hours, all this stuff, and then use that. I just use that to kind of migrate them onto the webinar.
Yeah. I've been using that one consistently for quite a long time, and I think you can kind of get an idea of how serious somebody is, because if they give you quite a long, in-depth response to that, then you know it's something they're thinking about. And if they just go, oh, because I think it looks cool or whatever, do you know what I mean? You can kind of tell from them. But something that I've been doing, which I was doing before, which I've started doing again recently, is just asking them for their email address and putting their details in, and then sending them the thank you page.
Yeah, I've used that before. I'm not a massive fan, only because it affects my stats. I don't see it on my lead stats don't tally up, so obviously it doesn't all look right. But,
if they're messaging me, so it wouldn't go through. If they've messaged me, then that wouldn't go through my lead on my ad anyway, because they're not clicking the link there.
Oh, sorry. Okay, fair enough.
So you know when people are messaging you in your inbox.
Yeah, but that'll still come through. It still come through your pixel on your ad though, potentially.
Does it?
Yeah, it could do. I've had that before. So I message you, but if
you're going onto your page and that's all connected to your pixel.
Yeah, so it would potentially go through and show us a lead against your ad.
It definitely does, because.
Well, even if I'm putting their email address in.
Oh, that wouldn't show as a lead, no. But that would obviously, yeah. If they've seen the ad and they've looked at your profile and they're going through our messenger, then they've obviously clicked on your ad. Therefore, they've become, as Facebook kind of tracks it all the way through. So as soon as if you put their name and email address in, it won't show on your lead sheet. Sorry, it will show on your lead sheet. It won't show as a lead on your ads manager. But if they go in and do it themselves, then it's going to show as a lead as ads manager against that ad.
So even if I'm giving them the link in a chat,
yeah.
that will still count for my ad?
Tracks it all the way through, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was doing that before, where I was just giving them the link to go to the page, and then I would find that sometimes they just wouldn't do it. So I thought if I'm doing it, then it kind of
what's
cuts
good about
that process out, if you know what I mean.
If you've got 3 or 4 ads running and that person's messaged you and you don't know where they've come from, as soon as that ad, they put their name and email into your lead sheet or into your landing page, then you've got the ability to track where exactly that kind of ad or that message generated from.
So I'm losing that information then by doing it that way.
Yeah, you're not seeing what ad that's coming from. If you're running lots of ads, you wouldn't see where that was coming from. You'd be filling the lead. They're on your lead sheet, which is good, but obviously you've got no tracking of what ad they've actually seen.
No. Okay.
Unless you're only one advert, then obviously you know what it is. But
yeah.
And it's all about trial and error as well, to be fair. When I first joined, back in kind of when I started running ads in May, I want to say, everyone was sending quite long messages out, including their link in the first message, and I would never get a response from those messages, like, ever. And it has only been quite recently, really, that I've changed that up, and now I kind of message more of a conversation at the start and then kind of drop them the link. But yeah, it's all kind of about how you interact with people and what works best for you as well. It is a kind of a learning curve, but at the moment, what seems to be working best is creating a conversation and then giving them the link once you've kind of know their motivators to get involved.
I must admit, I've been catching up on a lot of the masterminds. This is why I haven't been on any of the live ones. So I'm sort of catching up from about a couple of months back. So I've been going through the training, and I caught up to is it David Caldicott?
Yeah.
I caught up with his one, and just going back for when he said it's all about giving rather than receiving, and I think obviously that's proven, well, from what everyone's saying, that's proven to be more successful. It's just all about having a conversation with someone, and it's all about who breaks first, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be them who's breaking first, and depending on how much detail they put in their reply to you, you sort of get a good guide as to whether they're worth giving more to, or whether you're sort of wasting your time, really. So I found that was quite good.
I think I used to use the long ones at the start. I used definitely, as Lily said, I was using the long, kind of massive lump of text, story, everything, and it did work. But I mean, definitely you still got leads through it, and you probably didn't have as many conversations. But I do find the conversation is better, but it can be more time consuming. People want to use up your time, and so I try and get them on the lead sheet as quick as I possibly can, really, from showing them what we've got. Have a look here, put your name and email address in, and then kind of talk to them through it after that. So as soon as it's on your lead sheet, then obviously they're yours. So.
Again, the emails.
Yeah, chat as much as you want. But I think like they've bought into you through your ad, so it's kind of nice to kind of keep that consistency, and them to kind of, I guess, sort of get to know you from the more so on the inside than from the outside, from the ads that you obviously put out.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I've done it before, same as Ali. Writ a long response message, and looking back now, I suppose it's like a second ad. So they've clicked your main ad, they've asked for further info, and you've fired more info at them, which is going to be a little bit like an ad. So recently I have started doing what you guys have started doing and asking that question as well, Camila, like, what's got you looking for an online business? But I mean, I've had luck, like Ali said, I've had luck with both. I've had luck with quite a long message. I've still had sort of people sign up and register for it from that. But looking at everything now and what everyone said, I think it would be good to have a conversation with them, like you said, Camila, because no one really likes talking to a robot. If they're talking to a real person like one of us, then we can build a bit of a relationship before the webinar, I guess.
Has anyone tried the voice messages?
Sorry.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been doing, actually. I've been sending nice messages, connecting directly with people. And every time I can see there was a doubt on if I was real or all this was legit or what, I was just sending a voice message. So what I was trying to do here is just like to fill up this funnel, and I really think that all those thousands of people we're going to talk to during the next months, when they're going to see in 6 months, for example, that we are all 6A or 5A and we see all our success and how happy we are, this is when they're going to join up again. So that's the thing, is people that don't sign now, it's people will sign in the future anyway.
Definitely.
That message that you were referring to, Adam, it does definitely work though, because, well, I speak with experience from that, because that's what caught my attention. And also that can also startle a conversation, because it gives you all the information there. It's right in front of you. You just have to spend 2 minutes to read it. And then you think, oh, I've got one little question. And I actually remember having a question about that long, massive paragraph. I messaged you, and then you must have thought, oh, he's talking to me. Perfect time conversation. And that is naturally what you would do. So
one thing I would suggest, if anyone does have, because not everyone's got the time, and I didn't have the time when I was working. So I used to have a message ready. to copy and paste and just add a name in, and that's fine. And like we've said, a long message, people might not actually look at that. So what I used to add on the end is, what do you think? Or when I'd seen they'd read it, just follow them up and then start to have the normal conversation from there. What do you think to that? Is that what you expected, or whatever? So as long as there's some element of a normal person's conversation there, I think it could work.
Yeah, because it's asking for a response, so to speak.
Yeah.
In one way or another.
I think maybe what we should do as well is everyone on here or everyone in the past, write down whose advert you came in under, what attracted you to the ad, and you can get statistics from that.
Yeah.
Come up with a really decent text or ad or even just a conversation, anything back. That's what I would suggest, because nobody really knows what they came in under, and they might have seen an ad, for Adam, Lilybeth, yourself, whoever, but we don't really know what our even ad was about. It's like, it's that long ago that it would be interesting to find out what it was about, what was in the text that actually got you on the webinar or got you to sign up.
Yeah, it's one or two hooks that normally drag people in, isn't it? Whether that be in the ad or the person that they're actually speaking to. I'll tell you what mine was. It was Richard's ad. It was, I think it was a Thailand picture with Ryan and Rob. But what sort of got me hooked with Rich was when I had a conversation with him and he sent me his...
I never ran a Thailand ad, mate.
Oh, it was something like that.
I'll tell you which one it will have been, that one in Vietnam where there was a load of us on the...
Yeah, that were it. That was it, Rich. But what it was, when I had a conversation via message with Rich, and I realised where he was from, and I think he had in his message that he put something like, I'm a normal guy from the northeast of England, and because I'm from North England, then that got my hook in. That got me involved because I normally thought that things like this just happen in America. So when Rich, who's from the north of England, I saw his ad and he had a conversation with me and told me he was from the north of England and I am. That was my hook.
Yeah. And that's all it takes sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was just going to say, I put mine in the comments thing, but the advert that brought me in of yours, Adam, was the one that you had of like your laptop and a little picnic basket. Or not picnic basket, but like, you know, like you had your food on the side or whatever, and a picnic blanket, that's it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, do you want this to be your office or do you want to work from your garden or whatever that particular advert was. That was the one that that kind of got me hooked, because I think it was summer at the time and I was stuck in a hot office and obviously I've been looking for something like this. And I was like, yes, I want to work from my garden. And then I think when we I don't think we chatted at all until after I joined. Or was it, was it just after I'd watched the webinar, I think I dropped you a message and I was like really frantic, being like, can I still sign up? Is it too late? Because I watched it on the replay.
Yeah.
But that was certainly the ad that hooked me.
Yeah, I'm the same. I've literally got no idea what advert of Richard's I came in under. The first thing I remember was watching a video of Ryan getting off a boat, I think, in Vietnam on that island there on not long ago, Phu Quoc. And he was talking about being a teacher abroad and how it isn't all that it's cracked up to be. And I was like, oh shit, that was my next plan. Like, what am I going to do now? And that was why I joined. I just wanted to touch on Joanne's message in the chat. She's asked why we don't just market the products. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't actually remember the ins and the outs, but there is a regulation against advertising the product directly. Am I right, Adam? There's something within that new form you have to sign, isn't there?
And you've got to clear any marketing things with an adjunct direct.
Yeah.
But saying that, people can market the product if they want to do that. That's fine. We can just say.
You just have a separate page, don't you? It has to be completely separate.
Yeah.
What it is as well, as long as you download the marketing software, like the marketing like Blag that goes with in your members area, you've got like downloads, banners and stuff like that through Magic. As long as you've downloaded that, give them your ID. That gives you permission then to advertise their products and use their marketing.
Yeah, that's what you've got in it, Rich.
Yeah, I've got that. I've set up my own page just for products, just for the people who want the products and not the business. But they can have the business by clicking another link, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so Joanna, it is possible. The only thing is that obviously the way that we run Project Q1 is just that it's easier. There's more people that want to get out of their current situation or want a completely different lifestyle or dream about something else than there is people that want this water machine that they've never heard about. So your target is actually a lot broader if you're just searching for people that want to get away from where they currently are. So it actually gives you a lot more kind of resources, a lot more people to target. So that's the reason that you can do both. But that's the reason that we focus on lifestyle ads.
Yeah, I suppose it depends what where you want to go with your business. If you want to promote the products, then you can do that, and you'll make a sale. But that person will be just in it for the products and might not be, like, as I call it, a business builder and spread the news of the business that you can have with the Magic as well.
Yeah, because obviously, just to expand on what Adam's just said, is when somebody comes in just for the product, they're only ever going to be a user. Whereas when somebody comes in for the business, they're going to keep selling, and then they'll get people in that are interested in the business, and they'll keep selling. And your business is going to completely grow from this person that you bring in that wants a business, but it's going to stop at the person that just wants a product. So that obviously is your difference between people that come in just for a product and people that are coming in for the business, which again is why we advertise lifestyle ads, advertise through Facebook for Project Q1, because they're people that want to kind of build and grow a business. But yeah, absolutely, people, let me just have a quick read of what she's popped in here. So we're good when you're starting, after all, pay back the amount. Yeah, absolutely. So obviously any sales you'll get commission from, whatever you think is easiest. I've just stuck with Facebook ads. Some people venture off and try and do offline ads, or like Rich has, set up your own little website to do online, but just product ads. It's entirely up to you. The business is yours, essentially. You've got all the resources. And if you try that and it works, let everyone know, let the community know, and give us some tips and tricks.
Yeah, like Ali says there, we've got the best of both worlds. We've got an amazing product and the opportunity to run a business which can take you wherever you want it to go.
Mm-hmm. Right then, guys. Any other topics that we want to discuss at all? So everyone goes quiet and ignores me.
Did you do the wins or not?
Do you know, actually, I didn't go all the way back up. Was there wins posted in there, or did everyone just ignore me? Is that? Let me go. Let me go up. Mina's consistently getting cheap leads.
Yep.
Any tips or tricks that you want to reveal?
With my current ads, I just kind of went back to basics. Like, I felt like I was kind of overcomplicating it and putting too much information in my ads, and I just cut all of that out and just thought, right, what are they really going to read? Let's just give the basic information of, this is what it is. Are you this? If you are, then sign, follow this link kind of thing. And yeah, it seems to be doing really well, actually. I'm consistently, even on like the considered down days, I think I've been getting sort of like 3 leads a day, sort of on average. Yeah. So yeah, and I checked it earlier, and it was like just under 250, and it had been like 2 like 215 at one point or something. So it's kind of been in between that consistently for the last, how long have I had it? Maybe 2 weeks. I've got no sense of time, but for however long it's been running. Yeah, so I've got like maybe, yeah, like mid-20s sort of amount of leads from that ad. So yeah, that's definitely sort of better than the ones that I had been doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's important sometimes. Me and Tom have recently been talking about kind of our targeting and who we're going to target next, etc. It's always on the horizon, isn't it? You're always thinking about who you're going to target next. But I was saying about really kind of stripping it back, because in the minute I'm targeting who I am now, but when I joined Project Q1, I wasn't that person. I wasn't reading the books that I read now. I wasn't listening to podcasts. I had no idea who Tony Robbins was. I'd never watched The Secret. And at the minute, I'm targeting who I am now. So I need to like strip it back down to basics and remember who I was before, and remember what brought me in and what's going to bring other people in, and help develop and build and grow them as people, and as like grow their business as well. So yeah, it's great that you're kind of like ahead of the game and realizing that you need to strip it back a little bit maybe from everything you've been putting in there. Ali, I know you're eating, mate, but who was it that mentioned the delta waves? Was it last week?
It was my good friend Adrian.
That's what it was. How are you finding that?
I did it 2 nights in a row. It's good. I feel like I've woken up in a better mood, which is nice. But yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's definitely different. I mean, it might be just in my head at the moment, but I'll try it for a bit longer and see what it's like. But yeah, I think it's definitely something that kind of chills you out. And although I'm not falling asleep listening to it, I'm kind of turning it off and then going to sleep. But yeah, I think it still has an effect.
I second that, Ali. So I've been doing that as well. Just before I go to bed, listen to about between 7 and 15 minutes of delta wave music. And although I stop it, I'm not falling asleep to it. I literally fall asleep within minutes after that. And then when I wake up, I'm far more refreshed. I'm thinking, okay, this is interesting. Wake up with a different frame of mind.
Yeah, you found that your mood's much better in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. And your head, you're more focused as well.
Oh, sorry.
I think you're free to go, Camilla. I think they're done.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say, I listened to one. I think it was some sort of delta wave thing. I mean, it was certainly some sort of vibrational noise. Is that the right thing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just like
I fell asleep to it.
It's fun.
I think I listened to it for about 5 minutes.
That's a good thing.
Has any of you watched that Brian Lipton post I put in the group yet? Any of you?
No, Rich, I keep telling you to watch it and I haven't.
If you watch that, you'll understand why everyone goes on about delta waves and the wave formation of how people operate day to day. It's literally, it must be 2.5 hours long, but you'll be addicted to watching it. You won't be able to stop watching it. And it goes into sort of cell form, DNA, right from the basics, how we are what we are, and you won't believe what we are and how we are. It's something that I never even thought of, but I'll not spoil it. You've got to watch it. I did put it in the Enagic members and PQ1 UK, so you've got to watch it. Got to make 2.5 hours spare sometime.
Yeah.
You understand though why Adrian Wesley and all that go on about what they go on about, because it's normal. It's how the human body operates.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy. That's what I've found from the Adrian stuff. It's just been mad, really. I think even at 5-10 minutes of that before you go to bed, and the difference it makes, and just when you wake up in the morning seems quite remarkable.
Yeah, you got to watch it though, because this is why Brian Lipton guy, he was a professor who studied this for over 30 years, and now scientists have proven him right. So he was right all along, and he's been doing this for 45 years or something stupid like that. But yeah, watch it, you won't be able to stop, I can guarantee you that. You might have a couple of wee breaks, but that'll be about it.
Don't know about wee breaks, Rich. I'll definitely be having tea breaks.
Yeah, but you drink that much tea or water, you'll need wee breaks.
I might try and watch that tomorrow, actually, mate. I'll let you know how I get on with it.
Honestly, it really is addictive.
Oh, it sounds really good.
I'm not going to watch it tonight. It is really deep. It's really deep, and it's hard to get into at first. But once you get what he's talking about, like just everything follows on. It's like, oh my God, you're just sitting watching the screen. Brilliant.
Right, guys, we'll have to have an update next week who's watched it.
I'm going to check it out.
I know last night, just on the kind of meditation / data waves vibe situation thing, last night Oliver, he has got his camera off and muted at the moment, so I'll try and describe it as best that I can. But Oliver mentioned some sort of like other practice that he does because he doesn't like focusing on his body. It's called TRE. Apparently it does have to be carried out by a trained professional to begin with, but after that you can kind of go away and do it yourself. But it sounds really interesting. He has just turned his microphone on, so he might describe it himself.
Yeah, it's a process of trauma release that activates the psoas muscles, which are two muscles that run through your pelvic bone. And it's to do with releasing trauma that's trapped in the body. If you've they're called the neurogenic tremors, and if you've ever seen an animal that's gone through a stressful like fight or flight scenario, it will then tremor the energy out of it. But humans have become very good with their conscious mind of suppressing that, and we get traumatized all the time. We just don't realize it. And the practice releases that, but I find it puts me into a meditative type state at the same time. But yeah, initially you have to carry out with a practitioner, but then you can do it by yourself.
Cheers, Oliver. So anyone that's interested, that's TRE if you want to research that. But yeah, Oliver was telling us last night how kind of you at some point, because you're kind of in a state where your body is controlling itself and releasing that energy, that you can almost look like you're having an epileptic fit because you just don't, like, your body's doing what it needs to release that trauma. So it sounds really, really interesting. Obviously, if you guys wanted to look into it, contact a professional and go with it from there, but it does sound really interesting. I'm not sure if we've got any more wins. Has anyone else got any more wins that they want to come out and talk about, or any kind of motivation or inspiration they've had this week?
We got Ian on my team. He's had his first sign up this week.
Yeah.
We've worked quite a lot on ads, and we think he's got a winner.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, this one. I think I've done something like 15 leads in like 3 days or something.
Amazing.
It's gone absolutely. It's like £1.32 per lead at the minute. I'm like, what was going on?
Oh my god, that's incredible.
No, but I think I've done it about 5 or 6 weeks of split testing, and it's, you're just checking them all out. It's finally worked.
Yeah, no, it's and that's a testament to yourself as well for kind of being consistent with that split testing.
Yeah, I've been asking guys on here and different ideas and everything, and thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And then eventually, me and Adam were talking the other day, and it just hit and just went berserk. So I've just really good. Up now by about 30%, and it's just doing really well.
Great feeling, yeah.
Yeah, and I bought that as well.
Hey,
yeah.
You guys can have to teach me because I haven't got that yet.
Yeah, that is a really good book. It is. So,
yeah, you and Camila have to bang your heads together, maybe, and do a mastermind for us. See, there we go.
I've started like highlighting loads of stuff as well.
Yeah, as well. It's a good book.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Anna. I did mention that she was on today at the start, but she was also on my 30-day call yesterday. So well done for attending the 2 masterminds in a row. And we're definitely going to get you back on track and in the best mindset to get your business up and running, Anna.
Thanks.
I think that was all for the wins that are in the chat.
Well, just congratulate Cara. I don't know if she's still on, but like I say, we've got her first lead, and she just put her ad on today, so that's great news, Cara.
Yeah, it's really great news for her. Bless her.
You're actually there.
Just one last win. Ben, his camera's off, but I'm going to put it in the group tomorrow, but he's got his trifecta today. That's a big win from
there
him.
we are. There he is. The big reveal.
Cheers. Thank you.
Enjoy it. We, Tom as well, don't drink anything other than Kangen water now, K8. So enjoy the products. Everyone that uses them.
Thank you.
So. That's all right. Anybody got any questions at this point or anything they want to jump out about?
I think that's about it, Matt.
Yeah, it is. Cara's just put Caro. I'm not entirely sure. Caro.
Yeah.
I'm certain I can say it right. Has just put that she's here and exciting stuff. So yeah, it's, as I said at the start of this call, you wasn't on, but it's great to finally have you on board. You've been in and around the community for a very long time, so it's really exciting to see you getting the ball rolling, really, and getting your first lead in. It's incredible. Right then, guys, if there's nothing else, Ian and Camilla, get your heads together. You can do a mastermind one week. If you guys have got any ideas, drop me a message. Charisse may be doing a mastermind with myself next week. I need to double check with her, so prepare yourselves for that. But I haven't told you, have I? I nearly said bye then, and none of you even remembered.
Oh yeah, what's the event?
Even I forgot. So some of you may have had an email from Anagic. Some of you may not. I basically didn't see it for about a week, but they are holding a 10-year anniversary event in Dusseldorf at the Hilton Hotel. And basically they will have a training session throughout the day. And then the evening will be a ceremony and party dinner. Everybody is welcome, no matter what rank you are, no matter whether you are affiliated or not. To attend, if you buy your ticket this month, it is €88. If you buy a ticket next month, it's €100. And if you buy your ticket the month after that,
122.
€122. So if you want to attend and you want to get the cheaper price, make sure to pop them a message as soon as possible, just at sales at Anagic UK EU. Yeah, you know the one. But if you want any more information on that, I haven't got much at the moment because I haven't sent any more emails out. But be sure to contact them. And yeah, it sounds really good. I know that I intend to go. Tom's coming with me.
Nah, I'm not. Nah.
Yeah. I've spoke with Adam. I think he's considering going. So it'd be really good if we could get a few of us there and just get some training from the experts. At the end of the day, they created this product. They work with it every single day. So it'd be great to get the training and also attend the kind of the ceremony and the party dinner as well.
It'd be good little meetup.
When is that, Lily?
Right.
Wow.
Lewis, go.
Sorry, when is that?
When is it?
That's the same question I was going to ask.
It's in
Sorry,
July. July.
Do we have a kind of date?
It is
17.
July. Oh, no, sorry, I'm totally lying to you. It's June 17th.
June 17th.
Yep. It's on a Sunday.
It's 130 for the big one. I mean, €130 rather.
For the big one?
For if you wait for like a few months. In June, it's 130.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, if you guys, I made sure to pop an Anagic message and ask them of the ranking and everything like that before I revealed it to you guys. But yeah, anybody is welcome, no matter what stage you're at, whether you've brought the products or whether you haven't. And as I say, it would just be really good to kind of really experience Anagic firsthand and get some training from them directly, especially for anyone that wants to do any kind of offline sales or anything like that. So yeah, if you guys are interested in going, pop an Anagic message. We could perhaps start a little group chat for everyone that wants to go. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be really good to see some of you there. As I say, I intend to go. So that was my big reveal. That's it. So any questions on anything before I go? I know a few of you tried to speak at the same time. I think it was all just a date really though, wasn't it? I've left that most important part out. So 17th of June, a magic event, €88 if you get it now, €100 if you buy in May, and €130 if you buy in June. In Dusseldorf, Germany.
Oh, be good.
Yeah, I think we've got at least 6 people going here. This is going to be cool. Right, guys. We're going to leave it there for tonight, and I'll catch up with you guys throughout the week and next week. Any mastermind ideas, pop me a message, and we'll bang our heads together. Right, guys.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.